You're driving me crazy here. Hey everyone, Dana Leslie back again for another video. Nope. Stop biting me. Hey everyone, Dana Leslie back for another video. This time we're talking about our love for Disney Cruise Line and the 13 reasons that make them the best. We've been focusing a lot about Disney Cruise Line on our podcast. If you have not checked that out, we put out a podcast called Addicted to the Mouse twice a week on Sundays and Wednesdays. But next week we are actually getting on a cruise ship, the Disney Wonder, heading to Alaska from Vancouver. It is a 7-night sailing and we will be posting some content from that sailing over the next few weeks after this video.
To include our 20-year vow renewal.
To include our 20-year vow renewal.
All right, so I am so excited to talk about this because we love Disney Cruise Line. And we definitely think that it is the best, and there are reasons why. So we're gonna get into all of them. But first, if you're looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at fantasticalvacations.com. We plan Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
Number one, this is one of the coolest things. I know that a version of this exists on other cruise lines, but Disney just does it really, really well. And it's the fact that everyone, all age groups, have their own spaces.
Yeah, so you've got the nursery for all of our babies that are 0 to right before they turn 3. So as soon as they turn 3, then they get to go into the Oceanair Club and Oceanair Lab from 3 to 12. The Edge is for our tweens that are 11 to 14. And then we've finally got our Vibe for the 14 to 17-year-olds. Now, we haven't left out the 18 to 20-year-olds because they have a place for them too. It's the Hideaway. Some ships have a dedicated space and other ships have just dedicated meetups for that age group.
And then you have the adult spaces, and some ships have them all like co-located in a certain area. The Wish, though, like spread those spaces out throughout the ship. So you have the adult little pool area that's got the hot tubs and the pool, which is very, very small. And then past that, the lounges are really, really great. So they can be a family-friendly environment. They can be turned into adults only. And we love that all the adults also have their own spaces, especially when our kids love going to the kids clubs, then it can kind of turn into a date day.
All right, so number 2 is the characters and the meet and greets. So, I mean, if you're watching this channel, you probably love Disney intellectual properties and Disney characters, and they're all over the place on Disney ships, which is amazing that you can just pop into a line whenever they come out and be able to meet and greet your favorite character, give them a hug, take a photo, and go on about your gloriously relaxing day.
Number 3 are the movies on board the ship, and you can see these in a number of places. So every ship not only has a giant screen that they call funnel vision because it is like put into one of those funnels, one of those red funnels, so you can watch movies from the pool, but you can also go to a theater and watch a movie in a movie theater. And what makes it really good, I know all cruise lines pipe in movies, but Disney is an entertainment company at its core, so Disney is piping in Disney content. And you are talking like all kinds of really fun movies that you'd grow up with. So we will lounge out by the pool and maybe watch like Meet the Robinsons or whatever it is, Jungle Book, whatever they're playing at that day. Or you can go into the movie theaters and see newer movies. So they do movies that have come out in the last few years. They do some older movies too. But the coolest thing about Disney Cruise Line is they will bring in the brand new movies that are first run in theaters. So like people that are on cruise ships right now as this is getting released are probably watching The Little Mermaid, which is in theaters right now, the live action. So that is just really, really cool to me that they couple not only the Disney Cruise the Disney Cruise Vacation, but they couple that with the entertainment side of Disney media, and it's wonderful on board. And then finally, you can go back to your stateroom and pull up like basically it's Disney Plus. It's on-demand versions of everything that you can possibly imagine. So we'll just go back, order a little room service, which we'll get to in a minute, and watch a Disney movie in the comfort of our stateroom.
The next one is the entertainment. It is Broadway level entertainment. So every evening you have nightly shows, and these shows are not to be missed. They are absolutely spectacular, from Frozen to Little Mermaid to Aladdin to kind of custom ones that Disney Cruise Line has created with the Golden Mickeys or Seize the Adventure. They are so good.
Number 5 is the lack of casinos, and some people might perk their ear up and say, what now? No Disney cruise ships that are out now, there's currently 5, we'll see what happens with the one that's getting released in Asia, but no current Disney cruise ships have casinos inside of them, which for us is a big benefit because we are not huge gamblers, and so we don't spend a lot of time in that space anyway on different cruise ships. But what Disney does is they take that space and they repurpose it for other stuff, right? So it's not just like a big open space that just doesn't have slot machines in it. No, they use that space for like kids clubs to make those really, really big and very, very fun for those kids. So it makes it even better for the kids, which in turn makes it a better experience for us. And then it never fails, but it seems like when you get on a mega cruise ship and you're walking, like you're forced to go through the casino. It's because it's centrally located, and then depending on what their rules are with smoking and all that, like it's just not a place that we love to be. So it's actually one of the things we love about DCL.
All right, so number 6 are the activities. There are plenty of activities to keep you busy on board, from little tours of the ship itself and kind of showing you all the secret gems and kind of hidden content that the Imagineers had thought of whenever they were creating the ship, to obstacle courses, to miniature golf on some ships, obviously swimming and trivia and karaoke's and silent disco parties and all the things.
Now, while the activities are included with your cruise fare, number 7 is going to be all of the extras that you can add on that are kind of those above and beyond experiences. And yes, other cruise lines do have activities that come with an additional cost, but we just really love Disney Cruise Line's activities. So, for instance, Bippity Boppity Boutique is on the cruise ship. Like, not only can you get your son or daughter all dressed up and in costume at Bippity Boppity Boutique in Magic Kingdom, but you can do it on board a cruise ship, and they can go meet all the characters that are out that day. It's super, super fantastic. Along with that is Pirates League, that they can get dressed up like a pirate. You've got tastings all over the ship every single day, so like champagne tastings, beer tastings, old-fashioned tastings, whiskey tastings, all kinds of tastings. You can do things like enjoy a nice massage in the spa, or just get a pass to the spa and enjoy, like, depending on what ship you're on, the showers or the cold room or the sauna or whatever they have in there to kind of relax and just take in the vibes of the ship. You of course have the souvenirs. I mean, who doesn't love Disney Cruise Line merch? But one of the coolest things that we are going to do here very, very soon is eat in Palo. So Palo, Disney Cruise Line ships do have adult only dining. So this is one of those adult only areas, but this is an additional cost and quite popular. So if you think you might want to do a brunch or a dinner in one of these fancy adult only restaurants, you might want to reserve that ahead of time.
Number 8 is the DCL app. So whenever you first book your trip, you can download this app and load your reservation onto it. It comes up with a cute little countdown every time you pop onto your app, so that you can see how many days it is until your cruise. And then that's also where you can kind of explore the ship and do your online check-in and book activities and whatnot. But then once you get on board, you can connect to the ship's Wi-Fi and use your app to be able to talk to the other people in your party. It'll let you book things whenever you're on board. So if there's a tasting or something that pops up and you want to book it, you can also see all the activities of the day. And what I like is that you can heart them, so the ones that you're actually interested in, or filter them out down to, like, so our oldest son can filter out just for the vibe activities so that he can see all of those. So it makes it really nice for everybody to kind of have an individualized vacation.
Number 9 is going to be all of the specialty nights on cruises and cruises themselves. So for most of your Bahamian and Caribbean cruises, you're going to have what's called Pirate Night. And this is a night where everyone dresses up like pirates. There's a pirate deck party if you've heard of the fireworks at sea. So Disney Cruise Line can shoot off fireworks depending on where they're sailing in the world. So they don't do this in like Alaska or Northern Europe, those kinds of things. But in the Caribbean, they do. And so they do this on Pirate Night. There is a giant stage show with fantastic music and entertainment, and a character may or may not make an appearance. Then they shoot off the fireworks, and then it's just a big dance party after that. Yeah. But even before you get to the deck party, there is a special pirate menu. So Pirate Night is fantastic, but other cruise lines, like where they don't do fireworks, they will have their own sort of specialty night. So like we're getting ready to get on an Alaskan Cruise on the Disney Wonder, and they have Frozen themed night on the Alaskan Cruise because they can't shoot off the fireworks or do the big raucous pirate party. And then the specialty cruises is a really cool thing. So you can get like a Pixar Day at Sea cruise, a Marvel Day at Sea cruise. They used to do a Star Wars Day at Sea cruise where like everything turns and it's themed. And so this is another part that I love about being an entertainment company that's got all of this intellectual property that we know and we love from our childhoods and bringing our kids up through it. I love that they can bring it onto a vacation and make it part of it. That's what brings us back to the parks so often. And the fact that they incorporate that into like an entire day at sea, that's so fun.
All right, so number 10 is the food. The food is spectacular, but one of the coolest parts about a Disney cruise is that they have what's called rotational dining. So your staff, your servers, the head server, all of that, they rotate with you through the 3 main dining rooms over the course of the cruise. And so depending on how long your cruise is, you will obviously have multiple nights in different restaurants, but you will always have those same servers, which makes it incredible. They will get to know your family. They will get to know your preferences. A lot of times whenever you show up, there's already things on the table because they know what you want, and they get to know you guys, and it's just, they become like family.
They really do. And one of the things I actually like about Disney Cruise Line, the selection, there may be more selection on other cruise ships like Norwegian or Royal Caribbean, but most of the dining on Disney Cruise Line is included in your fare. So save for the specialty adult-only restaurants like Palo, Enchante. Those are an added fee. But the 3 main dining rooms are incredibly themed. That's included. All of the quick service stuff is totally included. So the Wish has probably the best quick service restaurants on board, which are phenomenal. They have a wonderful barbecue spot, a great cantina with where you can make your own like bowls and tacos, that kind of thing. And then all of the ships have your standard all-you-can-eat ice cream cones. They have all-you-can-eat pizza, sandwiches, wraps, that kind of thing. So you can get a ton of different food that's really all included. Whereas the last Norwegian ship we went on, like there were the main restaurants that those were included, which we ate in once, I think. But then every other restaurant, you had to either have a package that allowed you to eat in those upcharge restaurants, or you had to pay for them ahead of time. And so that was, it may have more selection, but it's just more like charging on top of the cruise fare, right?
Yeah. And then finally, the last piece of food is the room service. Room service is included.
Yeah, I love, we love just going back to the room and getting snacks and ordering stuff, but they have a little hang tag in your room, and if you want a continental style breakfast for the next morning, you just fill out what you want. Usually you get like coffee and croissants and that kind of thing, maybe a cereal or something, and put it on the door the night before, and it shows up at whatever time you select. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and warm chocolate chip cookies at night. Oh my goodness.
The soft drinks are unlimited, and they are included in the cost of the fare. So you can bring your own cups if you want to bring a big cup, or you can just take their little plastic or paper cups, whatever they have on the pool deck, and just go to the soda fountains and fill up as much as you want. It is not an additional charge. There are no soda packages to be had. So that is one thing that we really love about Disney Cruise Line.
Yes.
Number 11, I already mentioned it. It's fireworks at sea. This is the only cruise line that does fireworks at sea. And again, if you haven't experienced fireworks at sea, it's pretty fun.
So cool.
So they shoot the fireworks off the starboard side. So our recommendation is to go up to the pool deck and get on the port side of the ship so you can turn and see the fireworks being shot in the distance. It is a wonderful show. Again, usually part of Pirate Night. And I look forward to it every time we're on a cruise that does one.
All right, so number 12 is staterooms for families. Disney Cruise Line has the best layout as far as I'm concerned for their rooms. So all the rooms that start with the word deluxe, so that's gonna be deluxe inside staterooms, deluxe ocean views, or deluxe ocean view with verandas, all of them have a split bathroom. And by that I mean you basically have two bathrooms. One has a toilet and a sink, and the other bathroom has a sink and a shower. So multiple people can be getting ready and taking care of things like all at the same time, and it just makes being in a room together as a family so much more tolerable.
Finally, number 13 are the private islands. And yes, I did make that plural. So up until this point, Castaway Cay has been Disney's private island. It's fantastic. You can snorkel and find Disney-related things, like the statue of Prince Eric is actually out there in the ocean.
So
you can go
cool.
snorkel around him. They've got unlimited barbecue lunches. Again, unlimited ice cream cones out there on the private island. And then you can, of course, pay for things like bike rides and merchandise and adult beverages, that kind of thing once you're there. But in 2024, Lighthouse Point is opening, and that is Disney's second private island. And so a lot of these cruises that are leaving out of Florida will stop at one or the other or both. And so like we're on the inaugural Lighthouse Point sailing, so it actually stops at Lighthouse Point twice next summer and Castaway Cay once. Cannot wait for that one. The private islands, I mean, just Disney does it right. I mean, going out to meet Mickey in his beach attire on a private island, that's pretty fantastic.
It is, and you get the unlimited ice cream out on the island, you get the food, you get your sodas, all of that as well, which is just amazing. All right, so if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.